Hey guys, it's Jackstown and welcome back to another video. So recently the NBA world was shocked to hear about the Blockbuster trade that sent James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets, and this got me thinking about all the crazy Blockbuster trades of the past and the huge impact they had on the NBA landscape. So today I thought we could count down the top 10 best Blockbuster trades in NBA history, and this is determined in my opinion by how well the star player did on his new team, how much he helped the team, and overall just how impactful the player was in his new environment. And as always guys, let me know your opinion in the comments below and subscribe to the channel if you're a big sports fan and you haven't done so already. So without further ado, here are the top 10 Blockbuster trades in NBA history. Starting off this list at number 10, we have Charles Barkley to the Phoenix Suns. In the 1992 offseason, the Suns stole Sir Charles from the 76ers, only giving up Jeff Hornacek, Tim Perry, Andrew Lang, and nothing else. The fact that none of these players were even nearly as good as Chuck, and the fact that in his first season with Phoenix, he won the MVP and took the Suns to the finals makes this an amazing trade. Even though they didn't win a title, Barkley still made the Suns relevant contenders for a change and was as fun as any player to watch, making him a fan favorite even today in Phoenix. Coming in at number 9, we have Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors. In 2018, the Spurs traded Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green to the Toronto Raptors for DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, and a protected first-round pick. The only reason this isn't higher is because Kawhi only spent 1 year in the North, but what a year it was, as he was able to deliver Toronto their first and only title to date in franchise history. And Danny Green was a strong contributor as well. Next up at number 8, we have Shaquille O'Neal to the Heat. One of the most famous trades in NBA history saw Shaquille O'Neal getting traded to the Miami Heat in 2004 from the Lakers in exchange for Caron Butler, Lamar Odom, Brian Grant, and a first-round pick. This trade exposed the obvious tension between Shaq and Kobe, and although Kobe got the last laugh by winning one more title than Shaq, it was Shaq who got the first laugh, as in his second year in Miami, he was a great complementary piece to an upcoming superstar in Dwayne Wade, and the Heat won their first title ever in 2006 as a result. At number 7, we have Anthony Davis to the Lakers. While we don't know the long-term impact of this trade because AD is still a Laker and has only been a Laker since 2019, it's already become an all-time great trade since the Lakers won the title this past season, with him being an obvious major factor. The Pelicans did get value as well, as they got Brandon Ingram, who's become a star, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball, and 3 first-round picks, but the Lakers still won the trade because it's all about championships, right? At number 6, we have Kevin Garnett to the Celtics. In 2007, the Minnesota Timberwolves traded Kevin Garnett to the Boston Celtics in exchange for Al Jefferson, Ryan Gomes, Sebastian Telfair, Gerald Green, Theo Ratliff, and 2 first-round picks. Kevin Garnett gave the Timberwolves 12 years of superstar play, including winning the MVP in 2004, but the Minnesota front office just couldn't surround KG with enough talent to contend for a championship. So they finally cut bait with him in 2007 as the Celtics made the bold move to pair KG with fellow stars Ray Allen and Paul Pierce, and the rest is history as they went on to win the championship in 2008 in his first year in Boston. Next up at number 5, we have Moses Malone to the 76ers. In 1982, the Houston Rockets traded Moses Malone to the Philadelphia 76ers for Caldwell Jones and a future first-round pick. The new cheap owners of the Rockets that year decided that Malone's $2 million annual salary apparently didn't fit into their plans, despite him just coming off winning the MVP in 1982. So the Rockets agreed to a sign-in trade with the 76ers, who happily paid up. All Malone did in his first season with the 76ers was win his second straight MVP and lead the 76ers to a sweep of the Lakers, winning the title and crowning Moses Malone as the finals MVP as he ran circles around Kareem and the rest of the Lakers. Yeah, looks like the Rockets got robbed on this one. Coming in at number 4, we have Pau Gasol to the Lakers. At the 2008 trade deadline, the Memphis Grizzlies traded Pau Gasol and a second-round pick to the Los Angeles Lakers for Kwame Brown, Javaris Crittenton, Aaron McKie, his brother Mark Gasol, and 2 first-round picks. This will go down as one of the best trades in NBA history because the Lakers got the missing piece to bring them back to title contention, pairing Gasol as a great Robin to Kobe's Batman, and the two as a result combined to play in 3 straight NBA Finals, winning back-to-back titles in 2009 and 2010, with Gasol making 2 All-NBA teams and 3 consecutive All-Star teams, without the Lakers even giving up any key players at the time. So this was definitely an awesome trade for the Lakers. Starting off the top 3, at number 3, we have Oscar Robertson to the Milwaukee Bucks. In 1970, in what was one of the most bizarre moves in NBA history, the Royals decided to ship away one of the greatest players of all time for not really much, just for Flynn Robinson and Charlie Paulk. And I'm almost 100% positive you've never heard of those guys, and neither have I. Basically, Oscar Robertson got little to no support from the Royals as far as a supporting cast, and things got worse when Bob Cousy became the coach and didn't like all the attention the Big O was getting, so he just shipped him out of town for not really much value at all. What resulted was Oscar Robertson being paired with a young Kareem AbdulJabbar in Milwaukee, and the rest was history as the two went on to make it to the NBA Finals twice and winning the only title in Bucks franchise history in 1971. The second greatest blockbuster trade in NBA history belongs to Wilt Chamberlain being traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in 1968. The 76ers in 1968 traded Wilt Chamberlain to the Lakers for Darrell Imhoff, Jerry Chambers, and Archie Clark. Wilt Chamberlain, who was the biggest NBA star at the time, wanted to be in Los Angeles so he could enjoy the celebrity lifestyle to its fullest and forced a trade to the Lakers. The 76ers, who had grown weary of his antics and the fact that he refused to move to Philadelphia as he commuted to all his games from New York, they had no choice but to let him go. Despite the tension and forcing his way out of Philadelphia, the trade was very successful for the Lakers, and as a result, him and Jerry West paired to win the Lakers their first championship in Los Angeles in 1972. And the greatest blockbuster trade in NBA history, in my opinion, is Kareem AbdulJabbar to the Los Angeles Lakers. In 1975, the Bucks traded Kareem AbdulJabbar and Walt Wesley to the Lakers for Elmore Smith, Brian Winters, Dave Myers, and Junior Bridgman. This trade, in my opinion, is considered the greatest steal of all time. So basically what happened was in 1975, Kareem AbdulJabbar went to the Bucks front office and requested a trade, saying that his cultural needs weren't being met in Milwaukee and he wanted to be closer to friends and family. The Bucks did everything they could to keep him, but unfortunately they couldn't as Kareem forced his way out, and the rest is history as when he got paired eventually down the road with Magic Johnson, the two became arguably the greatest tandem in NBA history, leading to 5 NBA championships and Kareem eventually being the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and the Lakers were a dynastic team in the 80s, and I know Bucks fans are going to hate to hear this, but that is the biggest steal and the greatest blockbuster trade in NBA history. And you guys wonder why the Lakers are so successful. They kept pulling off these amazing blockbuster trades. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, as always, make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and you're a big sports fan. I would really appreciate and love all your support. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you all later.